just writing to you. I was like, my team is always either late or like right on time, but we're going to just go for it because I know that you're a busy lady and you've got shit to do.
Well, I'm hosting a power hour from my team at 7 my time, so in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you want to, I can like get you the invite and you guys can just like roll over and hop onto that if you guys want to.
Let's do it.
Okay, let me get the Zoom link for that really fast and I will
All right.
copy it and put it in the chat because, I mean, honestly, I'm going to cover Instagram today, but I go through, like in my power hour, I dig into all of Instagram and how I do it and everything, so.
Okay. Perfect. Perfection. People not on this call are going to miss it, and that sucks for their life, so. All right, let's do it. Let's dive in. Hey, do you need an introduction? Do I have to, like, introduce you?
Hey, I'm Raina. I don't need an introduction. It's so lame when we do, like, this is super, like, I hate all that.
Well, here, hold on. I'm going to mute everybody, and then I'm going to unmute you. All right, now you're unmuted. All right, so I'll introduce you, though, really quickly, though, just because I don't know if there's new people on here who don't know who you are, but Raina is awesome. She's a close friend of mine. She is a superstar diamond. She makes a butt ton of, you like this introduction? She makes a butt ton of money. She's been in the top 10 like a bunch of times. She kicks ass, and she's super real. So, you ready?
Quote, unquote, butt 10.
Butt 10. Butt 10.
A butt 10. I'm a very laid back person. If you haven't noticed, I may or may not have pants on right now. We're just gonna dig into this training. I'm totally kidding. Maybe kind of kidding. So I want you guys to feel comfortable to like ask questions and interrupt me, and I'm gonna just try to give you as much information I can in 30 minutes as possible, and then save that Zoom link, and then just hop over my power hour, and we'll just grind for an hour and work. Okay? Yay. Do you want me to share my story at all? It's a super long story. No, you don't need, it's drama, happiness, drama.
You shared your story with us before, so y'all, that's on my YouTube. You can go check it out.
Okay, I'm Raina. So, Instagram. I guess I'll just kind of cover like how I grew mine, what I do daily on Instagram, yeah. Surprised I did not, practice this call or anything, so I'm just gonna kind of wing it. So I started growing Instagram. I didn't have an Instagram when I started coaching. I was strictly on Facebook. I probably had like 400 friends on Facebook, maybe. I maxed out on friends on Facebook because I added every single day, and then I did a like page, and then I hated myself when I had a like page, and it bombed. I didn't want to spend money on it, and it was just terrible. So I was like, okay, I have to continue to grow somehow. And there wasn't like a follow feature on Facebook at that point. So I was like, I need to get to another platform, right? So Snapchat was big. This was early 2016 is when I dug into Instagram. So I opened my Instagram. I already had an Instagram, but I was not posting on it consistently. So I had an Instagram that I opened in probably like 2013. It probably had, I would say like 5,000 people on it. I'm just going to say 5,000 people. Just from like random here and there and following a ton of people, just like not even associated with coaching, just in and out or whatever. So I started in March of 2016, sharing Instagram. And what I did in March of 2016 is I got diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, and I kind of hit this rock bottom in my personal journey. And I was like, you know what? I'm going all in my own journey, and I'm going to have to document that. Like, it was just ingrained in my head that I was going to start documenting this shit. Every single day I would take pictures of my body, no matter how bad I felt about myself. I knew in the back of my head I was going to use these pictures in the future, right? So I was like, this is my motivation for working towards transforming my body. And so that's what I did. So I started on Instagram. I posted a picture. I still have them all saved in my phone. The very first picture I posted as 160 pounds, which again is not overweight or obese or anything like that, but I was very unhealthy. I had finished competing. I had diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. Like, I was just a mess of a human being at that point. And so I shared it all. And I was committed to digging into anything and everything I could to learn how to grow Instagram and learn how to run it and be successful at it. So I bought Shalene's Instagram Academy. It was like the first one she did, I think. Maybe the first one she did. I don't know. I feel like she has 25 of them now. But I bought the first one, and it was like a 30-day thing. I did 3 days of it, and I was like, I got this. Like, I never even finished the 30-day Instagram training that I actually invested in. But the first 3 days literally was all I needed to like take off and run with it. So she was talking about interaction and how important it was, and following people and how important it was, and commenting back and forth and responding to messages quickly, and honestly not even using these third-party apps that are everywhere right now, because I feel like so many people are using all these third-party apps and they're, you know, not getting as genuine quality people as you would if you were adding the people yourself. So I want you to know that in March of 2016, when I started Instagram, to now, I started with like 5,000 and I have 74.5 thousand people now, okay? In that short amount of time. That was from March of 2016 to now, 74,500 people, okay? That was all organic. I didn't use any third-party companies to grow this following. I didn't use anything like that. I dug into Instagram and the algorithms and knowing what works and knowing how to reach people and knowing how to get more people on my stuff, okay? So that's kind of what I'm going to break down for you. So I am a madman when it comes to Instagram and consistency, okay? When I started Instagram, even a couple years ago, it was still the point where we were like, you know, post 3 to 5 times a day. And so I did. I would post at least 3 times a day on Instagram. Now, I recommend maybe once or twice a day, right, on your actual feed. Stories. I am in my stories every single day, whether I feel good or not. I had a shit day today, I'm not gonna lie. So I talked about it a little bit. I didn't use it as like a way to like pour me or anything like that, but I turned it into something that would motivate other people, being like, listen, we don't all wake up happy, we don't all end the day happy, it's a choice, yada, yada, yada. And I truly believe that. But even just by sharing those kinds of things on social media, people are coming to me and saying, thank you for saying that, thank you for doing it, I needed that today, yada, yada, yada. Does that make sense? Like, showing up every single day. People ask me all the time, how'd you grow your following on Instagram? How'd you grow your following on Instagram? I showed up every single day and I committed to a program. Like, it's not just about the Instagram side of things, it's about you and your personal journey. If you haven't committed to a workout program, you need to do that starting yesterday. Okay? If you're not drinking Shakeology, you need to do that starting yesterday. And you need to talk about it. And I'm not saying go on Instagram and say, transform 20, want, you know, on sale now, want. Like, don't do that. But I need you to talk about this new at-home workout you're doing. Make people ask you questions about it. If you go to my Instagram, you're not going to see anything that says transform 20. You're going to see Shanti's face maybe. You're going to see me talking about my new program that I'm committing to, or my new 6-week program, or my 25-minute-a-day workouts, or my 20-minute-a-day workouts. You're going to see me be very vague about what I'm actually doing, because people are reaching out to me daily saying, what is that workout you're doing? What are your veggies that you're drinking? What do you do for a living? What do you actually do for a living? Like, I get that so much. And guys, if you haven't taken a picture of this call right now and shared it on your Instagram story, -2 points. Okay? You have to be sharing every single aspect of it. Your job is to create FOMO for people. Every single person wants to be a part of something. They want to be a part of something that makes them feel good, that makes them smile, that makes them happy, that lifts them up. That's what we do. Yeah, you may have a guest speaker that yells at you every once in a while, but it's still fun, right? It's still fun. You're still enjoying it. You're still on a group chat with a bunch of your best friends, talking about something that you're all passionate about. Share it, okay? You need to be boomeranging like cool moves, like I do this with my hands and be like, oh my God, this guest speaker is so amazing and so speaking to my soul. Like, you need to make people feel like they want to be a part of it, okay? Create that FOMotion. That's what you have to do. I heart you too, okay? So every single day, adding people to my network. So not only showing up in my posts, not only showing up in my stories, and guys, I recommend being in your stories like 10 times a day at least. And you might say, oh, well, I work full time, or oh, well, I have 25 kids. I don't care. I don't care. You have the time. It's just not a priority to you. You can wake up and you can do a couple snaps. You can take a snap of your snack, and then you have lunch, and then you have, you know, I'm off work, boo, boomerang, you know, yay, I'm off my 9 to 5. And then that's already like 7 snaps, right? 7 stories. Then you get home and you cook dinner, and maybe you do a couple stories of how to prep your dinner or how you did it. It's not taking time away from your family. That is in your head, okay? That is an excuse that you're telling yourself as to why you're not farther along, or why you can't fit in more, or why you can't do this, or why you can't do that. It's all in your head. You can do it, and you do have time for it. It's just not a priority. So fit it in and be present every single day, okay? We all have shit, but I guarantee there's somebody out there that is busier than you, that is more successful than you, okay? So use that. So being present. Do I still have everybody, or is everybody pissed yet? Okay. Following people every single day. You cannot present this opportunity to the same handful of people and expect success. My team is used to being on that. Okay? You can't. You can't come to me and say, well, Raina, I don't know how to build my following on Instagram. I only have like 1,000 followers. And I'm going to be like, why do you want to grow your following? Have you talked to every single 1,294 people that you have right now on your Instagram? No, you haven't. You're so focused on getting to 5,000 or getting to 10,000 so you can get the swipe up. You're so worried about that number that you're not doing your job and connecting with the people that you already have. Until you have connected with those people, it doesn't matter what that follow number is. It doesn't. There are successful coaches in this business that have a third of the following I have. That number does not even matter. Okay? Doesn't matter. You have to be interacting with the people that you have. And I don't mean to say, hey, your shirt's so cool, where'd you get it? That's very like 2016. We don't even do that anymore, okay? We don't even do that. Like, oh my God, what breed is your dog? Like, do we really care? Like, people smell that from a mile away. Hey girl, oh my God. No, bye. What are you selling? That's exactly what people are thinking when you send them the message, okay? Instead, accept and realize that your Instagram is a business now. It should look like a business. It should look like you have something to offer someone and they want to be a part of it. They have no idea what the fuck it is because you're so vague, but your life and your Instagram looks bomb. So they want to be a part of it and they're going to ask you questions. Okay? So when, so I get distracted by the chat also. So I have to like, okay. So when you follow people and then they follow you back, I have a script that I send to every single person that follows my page. Are you ready for it? I'll give it to you in my power hour too. It's like super short and super simple. And I say, hey, thank you so much for liking my page. Your support means the world. Are you on a health and fitness journey of your own? Because my page is a health and fitness page. I'm consistently posting my body. I am consistently posting my transformation. I don't care if you're where you want to be right now or not. It's not about that. It's not about showing up with blonde hair, blue eyes, and a six-pack of abs. It's about bringing people along on the journey with you, okay? So they need to see that on your social media. So I dig right into it. I am aware fully that my Instagram is a business page. So I say, are you on a health and fitness journey of your own? Sometimes they don't respond. Most of the time they do, and they say, yes, I am. I follow this plan, or no, I'm not. I need to. And then immediately from there, I'm transitioning that conversation into an invite, okay? So if they say, yes, I am, I do this and that, and I do this, that's awesome. Is it working for you? Doesn't matter if people love CrossFit. Are you where you want to be? Probably not, because are you doing the work? Probably not. You know what I mean? Or it's inconvenient to go to the CrossFit gym, or they don't have childcare, or whatever reason people have. Sorry, was it working for you? Or if they say, yeah, I am on a health and fitness journey. Awesome. What kind of plan are you following? Ask them those questions. Okay? If they're not on a plan, immediately I say, girl, you need to be joining one of my accountability groups. Immediately. Immediately I say that. I don't take time saying, oh my God, how many cats do you have? I don't care. You should think about joining one of my accountability groups. Guys, we are in the business now where people, these network marketing companies are so flooded on social media where they're doing all the, how many cats, how many animals, like what's your cut? Like all these things they're trying to connect because they're where we were 2 years ago. We are ahead of the times as Beachbody, okay? It works, Herbalife, they're all still out there doing that. Oh my God, where'd you get that shirt? They're doing that. You don't need to do that anymore. We build the relationship already by our threads. And if you are adding people that are in your niche, or however you're supposed to say it, niche, whatever, then they're already going to be connected to you. So when I tell my team to follow people, I say, write down your 5 things. How many times have you heard coaches talk about your 5 things, right? Me, tattoos, hiking, puppy, like whatever. What are your things? So I live in Colorado and I enjoy hiking. So my go-to hashtag is Colorado hikers. Go to Instagram, type in Colorado hikers. I'm scrolling that page until my eyes get crossed. And I'm clicking on pages. And I'm saying, okay, does this person look, think, and act like me? If they do, I'm following them. And I will go through and follow, I don't even count. I will follow hundreds of people. Maybe 10 follow me back, great, but they're all getting the thank you so much for the follow. Are you on a health and fitness journey of your own? Every single one of them. And it's gonna start the conversation. But I already know that I have a connection with this person because I have genuinely built that following. And I have genuinely got my followers, okay? So adding people consistently, connecting with people, not the colors your hair, but are you on a health and fitness journey of your own? If they say they are and they're loving the plan that you follow, you guys, we have those like quick replies now on Instagram. Have you seen that? It's amazing. So I have a quick reply saved that says, girl, you need to be doing what I'm doing. Have you ever thought about being an online fitness advocate? Done. They don't have to be doing Beachbody. I didn't do Beachbody before I started. Fuck, I didn't even try Shakeology before I started. But I was convinced that this would work. That's all they need. Okay? So don't not invite somebody because they have a plan they follow already, or because they're already into CrossFit, or because they're already doing this or that or that. Don't make the decision for them. Your job is to present the opportunity and plant the seed, and it's just that. Every invite you send is a seed planted, okay? You have to take that seed and water it by showing up on your social media, okay? If you send 150 invites one day and nobody says anything because they go to your profile and they see nothing. They see inconsistency, or it's the same selfie every day, or you're posting selfies with your Shakeology in your hand still, or like whatever. They're like, oh, it's a Beachbody coach that's going to try to sell me. You have to be smart about what you're sharing and smart about your invites, smart about your connections, smart about adding people, everything with intention. Making sure that you are talking to people that look, think, and act like you, okay? You're looking to build a team of people that are your best friends. That's it. So when you're going through and adding people, would I be best friends with her? Would I be best friends with her? Not her. Yes. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you get to be picky. It is your business. You get to choose who you want to work with. So choose wisely. Okay? Following up. This is probably the thing that I would say most coaches don't do. Even successful coaches. I've sat down with successful coaches and they're like, so what's your follow-up process? And I'm like, well, what's your, like, do you do, like, I won't name names, but at leadership, I'm sitting there across from a previous top 10 coach, and she's like, I never follow up. And then she's all like, you know, well, what's wrong with my business? I'm like, why the fuck are you not following up? Like, 90% of my people come from follow-up. 90%. You can send 100 invites, but if you never follow up with them, you're never going to close a sale. Following up is key. And you're not annoying people until they die in a fire. Pretty much. You're not annoying people. This is your job. They're following you for a reason. They're following you because they're motivated by you. They are inspired by you. They probably secretly in the back of their head, whether they've said it out loud or not, want to do what you're doing, okay? The more follow-up you do, the more consistent you are, the bigger business you're going to have, and I promise you that. There's that little stat that goes around that says, you know, like, what is it? Like 80% of the sales close in like the 5th to 12th follow-up. And guys, that's legit. That is a fact. I am a follow-up Nazi. I am on it like white on rice, and I do it every single day. Okay? We have like 10. Do you have like any questions? I'm happy to answer any questions. I will go through in the power hour and show you exactly how, like, I turn on my screen share and show you exactly how to do everything. But questions about Instagram, like, is there anything else you want me to touch on, Joan, as far as Instagram goes? Or that's literally all I do. People sometimes are like, but really, what do you do to grow? Really, I just do the things. That's it. Every coach in this business that is successful does the things every single day. That's it. Time and action is the only reason that I'm more successful, that Joan's more successful than any of you on the call, is time and action.
Yeah, I think I think I've used you as an example before, as well as, like, you know, Tana, Christina Delgado, like a few other people. Like if you go and you like, the question I get all the time is like, well, what do I post on Instagram? Like, I just don't know what to post anymore. Like, you know, I'm not creative, or, you know, you'll go and look at somebody's stories and there's like 2 stories on there and they're not anything to do with Beachbody or anything like that. And like the thing that I just want to drive home is like, the reason that those that are consistent, like the reason that those are successful are so successful is because they're consistent with like the mundane. So it might seem like it's mundane to you, but like legitimately, since I've started being more consistent with showing my energize every day, showing my workout every day, showing my recover every day, showing my Shakeology every day, showing like all of those things, I've started getting messages out of the blue too. They're just like, hey, what the hell are you drinking?
Yeah. Yep.
So, or like, you're so inspiring. Like, I want to, what do you do? Or like, whatever that is. And so it is like mundane to us because we do it every day, but to others, like that are looking for a solution and you seem happy and like you're doing the same thing every day and clearly it's working for you, then that's when they start asking questions. And like, it's less of a game of like, go out and attack, but people coming to you, although you should always be reaching out to.
And I want you to think about your following. Like, again, think about the people that are following you. For me, I know that I have a huge group of people with Crohn's and ulcerative colitis. So I know that all of them cannot have vegetables. So I purposefully call Shakeology veggies every single day. I have people every single day say, what is the veggie drink you drink? I can't have vegetables either.
See, and I call it veggies every day because I hate vegetables. I even post videos of me chugging spinach that I've blended. So.
Yeah. Well, even with Energize, like if you're a new mom, be like new mom juice. You know what I mean? Like give it something that makes your following go, oh, I fucking need that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
A little bit creative with it instead of Shakeology. And then they're going to go to Google and Google Shakeology and they're going to see all these good reviews, but also all the bad ones. And if they do end up being convinced by the good reviews, they're going to go to Google and Amazon and here and there and not go through you.
So I think some of the other things that I commonly get questions on too, and I know like everybody says it, like find your 5 things, but I have a lot of people tell me that like it's hard to figure out what their 5 things are because maybe they don't have kids yet, so they're not a parent, and they don't have, you know, something that's so specific like ulcerative colitis or whatever it might be. So what are your tips for that, for them to find those?
I mean, I think that's an excuse. I think everybody has 5 things. If you're not a mom, then you're relating to the majority of the population that are single women looking to be empowered, right? If you are a dog mom, if you are a blonde, or you know what I mean? Like there's all kinds of things that you can specifically search on Instagram. They're going to bring up hundreds of thousands of people. You can put in the hashtag 4-eyed tattoos and like I'm like anything, and you're gonna have people pop up. Just think. You need to just take a step back from yourself and be like, okay, who am I, what am I excited about, what am I passionate about, like what do you do on the weekends, like do you like, even if you go to the movies, like movie buffs, like there are so many different things that can describe you. It doesn't have to be a specific disease or title or anything like this. You can be totally creative and outside the box.
I'd also think about like who reaches out to you about certain things, or like are there specific comments that you continually get? Because something that like I didn't even realize was my brand is that people are like obsessed with the dresses that I buy for events. Like they are obsessed. I get messages all the time like, I love your dress clothes. I love your dress clothes. Where did you get this dress? Where did you get that dress? Something I didn't even think about, but people are like, that's what they look at my feed for. Yeah. So keep in mind that too. Like if you constantly are getting questions, like I know that Danielle Natoni, for instance, gets questioned constantly about her lip color, which she's just obsessed with Kylie lip kit, Katie. And so, you know, like, so she talks about that every day and how she gives Kylie all of her money. Like, so.
Yeah. And I don't know if you follow like Brie Holland, like she does the same as me, you know, workouts every day and things like that. But that girl buys and collaborates with different clothing people all the time. Doesn't have a shitload of followers, but she posts her outfits and where you can buy stuff all the time. And she has a huge following just because of that. So then when, you know, you're snapping all these clothes and then you sprinkle in a little bit of your veggie shake and then you go back to the clothes, they're gonna be like, wait, what was that veggie? You know what I mean? Like, what is that you're doing? What is the workout you're doing that you're fitting in between all this stuff? It doesn't have to be fitness and nutrition. We are not only fitness and nutrition coaches. We're so much more than that. And I don't want you to think that your page should just say fitness and nutrition, okay? Mm-hmm. I don't post a lot of my workouts anymore in my actual feed, but they're in my stories every single day. My veggie, I don't post that, but like maybe once a month. but they're in my stories every single day. Okay. I use Asana for tracking. I'll cover it in my Power Hour. I actually screen share and show what I track and how I use it and everything. I love it. It changed my business completely. I love how simple it is. Here comes my dog. And I use it every single day. So that's what I use for my tracking. Yeah. What else? Any other questions? Nobody has questions. Everybody's Instagram master now, huh?
Talk about how you use hashtags throughout your entire IG experience.
Yes. So I have a note in my phone that literally just says Instagram hashtag. And I probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Got it, Raina. We got it.
To be specific, 23 different groups of 20 different hashtags. So if I am posting about an outfit, I have a set of hashtags that I associate with that post. If I'm posting about my UC, I have a set of hashtags. My dog, I have a set of hashtags, and they're all different because I'm not just using the same set of hashtags to attract that same set of people. Every single post that I make usually has a specific set of hashtags along with it. And I mix that up because the more hashtags I'm using, the more that are integrated into my page, the more people that are seeing my page. Okay. So with Instagram, you can do a max of 30, but I've heard recently that you want to do more like 15 to 20 hashtags instead of the full 30. And I post them in the comments. A lot of people post them in the feed. I don't even know if that really matters anymore because I've experimented with both and it doesn't really make a difference. But you have to be hashtagging. If you're not hashtagging your things, you're basically saying, hey, 4 people that are following me, do you want to sign up again? You've got to hashtag because it's just as good as following people and getting them to follow you back. Okay? People go into the hashtag, into the explore feed daily. Millions of people go into that daily. So if you're posting specific things like dog mom ate a bacon bit today, or like, you know what I mean? Like specific ass things, people are going to find you faster. Okay. And I'm not saying tag, I don't want you tagging Beachbody. Don't tag Shakeology. Don't hashtag Beachbody coach. No. Because you know what's going to happen? The brand new coaches that don't know better are going to go and search hashtag Beachbody to find people, and it's going to be a plethora of coaches. And that's all you're going to get are coaches from that. Coaches aren't moving your business forward. So you need to be more specific with your hashtags and making sure that you're doing it every single day on your posts. I actually hide hashtags in my stories too. So when I'm on a story and maybe I do like my outfit of the day, whatever I'm wearing, I'm going to tag Tilly's, I'm going to tag Marc Jacob, I'm going to tag Target if I got my sweatpants at Target. I'm tagging all those things and then hiding them in the post. Okay? Because the more hashtags you're using, the more eyes on your stuff.
Yeah, and you guys know you can just go and shrink that text so it's like not even noticeable, right? Like
off the screen. And I leave some of them present, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I'm like, I'll just tag my outfits and people are like, where'd you get that? Because I get that. Where'd you get those sweats? Where'd you get that? Where'd you get where? Tag it just so it is on there and you don't have to ask or answer 100 DMs either. And yeah, I save them all in my notes. I have like, again, 23 sets of hashtags saved in my notes.
That way it's super easy just to copy and paste.
It does. So yeah, so I know, and I try to get my hashtags on there ASAP. So I create my post, I have my picture ready, I have my feed ready, I have people that I tagged, I have my location set, and then I'll go to my notes, copy the set of hashtags I want to use, post it, go to it, copy the notes, done. Like all in one little thing. That way it's not taking forever.
You got 1 minute.
Oh,
so we should probably jump off.
I'll see you on the Power Hour. If
all
you
right.
guys like, scroll up again, or maybe Joan copied it. I don't know.
I copied it. I will go ahead and post it in the team page real quick, but we'll see you in a second.
All right, bye,
Thanks, Raina.
guys.